Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with a Forgotten Favorites Volume 2, Number 2. I've done one of these before, but y'all, I don't know that I've ever been this excited about products that I've been putting in a video. I used them all this morning. I could sell everything else I had and just live on this stuff. It is beautiful. So why did I forget it? I found these products again, usually in one of 2 or 3 ways. They were in my purse, and I forgot about them because honestly, I don't touch up that much out of the house. So I found a couple of these in my purse and thought, I need to put you on my desk, so I'll use you. I found a couple of them on other YouTube videos. People were talking about them in cleanouts and stuff. They kept them or they tossed them, and I thought, I had that. Where is that? Or recently, I've been doing Shop My Stash, and I found them that way. So I'm going to jump right into this, and I'm telling y'all, I'm in love with these products. And I'm going to start with one I heard about again on Natalie's channel. I had bought, I don't remember when, maybe a year ago, the Natasha Denona Blush and Glow. And Natalie was talking about how much she loved it, and I thought, I think I had that. And so I started looking for it, and it was in my purse. And so I pulled it out. And y'all, this is what I have on today. I love this so much for both of the products in there. And this was $19. Very much worth that price. I love the blush because look at that. It has a beautiful light sheen. Just a beautiful pink for spring, just in time for spring. And then on the other side, the highlighters, y'all, Natasha Denona highlighters are magic to me. So I love this Blush and Glow palette. Again, $19. And how perfect is that for the purse? I just need to not forget it when it's in there. Okay, my next product is the Wet n Wild bronzer. This little duo Mega Glow Contouring Palette Contour. This is one of the most beautiful bronzers I have in my entire collection of about literally probably 25 to 30 bronzers. This is one of my favorite. This is what I have on today. This is a caramel golden tan. And this sat over there for maybe 2 years before I picked it back up and fell back in love with it. The thing about this bronzer is it's powdery and it's very pigmented. So I had to learn to use this. That's the powder, that's the bronzer. And what I do with this, because it's so powdery and pigmented and I'm so fair, I go through both of them and then I tap it off. And I mean, I just got a ton of fallout. And then I very carefully build it up on my face. I just have to be super careful with this. And it's worth it because the beautiful color this gives is honestly as beautiful or more beautiful than anything in my bronzer collection. That powder by itself is also very nice and brightening. So this would be very nice to travel with. It's a little big, but you've got your powder and your bronzer in it. It always gives me just a beautiful caramel color. Okay, next, you might be surprised that I'm putting this next one in here as a forgotten favorite, but it was forgotten for about maybe a year, and that is the Shape Tape. Y'all, I put this down and I thought I liked everything else just as much because, you know, you kind of forget. You lay it down, you use other things, they're good too. So you think, yeah, those are as good as this. And so I laid this down and fell in love with the Armani, fell in love with the Hourglass, fell in love with several. But the biggest one that really made me set this down was the e.l.f. because this is so similar. The bottle is kind of fat, like the Shape Tape, and shaped like it, and then the doe foot is fat. And the application of this is very similar to the Shape Tape. But then one day, I picked up the Shape Tape to use it as a touch-up, and it blew me away. I cannot remember the last time I had this good of a cover with a touch-up. So I got my e.l.f. out, and I thought, well, I'm going to compare those. So I put the e.l.f. on one side, and I put the Shape Tape on the other. The Shape Tape blew it away. It so much that it made me realize that e.l.f. doesn't even cover that great on me. I got about twice the cover with the Shape Tape that I got with the e.l.f. So I have fallen back in passion with the Shape Tape. I love it every single day. I touch up with this. I touched up with it today. I don't know that I can beat it with anything else in my collection. So I have fallen back in love with the Shape Tape. Okay, next, a blush. I pulled out the Benefit Cha Cha tint because I thought I'm going to start kind of trying to use that up. Did I like that? I love this. It has, this is a mini size that I don't know if they still sell. But if they do, I'll link it because it's worth picking up because these last forever. And I like the mini because this is a brush. And I just dot this right on my cheeks and then blend it out with my little tiny little cheeky beauty blender. And this is like a tint. This is a cheek tint. I'll show you. It shears out a lot, which makes it very easy to apply and just leaves you with a very faint wash of color, but perfect for layering other blushes or coming up on summer. Perfect for a very light wash of color when you don't really want to wear much makeup. Perfect before you go to the gym or the grocery store if you just want to add a little bit of color. I love this so much that I ordered 2 more. But the big one, like this, these have sponges, and I don't like to put these directly on my face because I feel like they kind of pull up or kind of ruin my foundation a little bit. So I get my beauty blender and I take it right off of the sponge and dot it on my face like that. But these are new, so they were not forgotten. These are new favorites, and I love them. But this little forgotten favorite sat on my desk and just got ignored for probably a year and a half, and he is perfection. Okay, next, this Tarte Smoothing Primer. And y'all, I know I've had this one for over 2 years, and I just started using it up in my use-ups and fell back in love with it. If you actually have some pores that you need to fill in, I imagine this would be great for that because it's kind of thick, like that. And then I warm it up between my fingers and get it kind of soft. And then I start right here where my pores are. I don't have a lot of enlarged pores right there, but I do have some, and I feel like this helps. So I just kind of press this in and then start working it into my skin. And I just do it all through my T-zone and kind of spread it to the outer part of my face. And this is so pretty and blurring. And if you've been with me, you know I love a blurring primer. And this does blur things out. Shadows, pores, it just makes everything look beautiful and smooth. This is a pricier primer, but this lasts forever because you just get the smallest amount and then warm it up, and then it will spread nicely over the entire face. This is very nice. If I was using this every day, I would say this would probably last me, I'm just guessing, but I'm going to say 6 months, probably at least 6 months, because you just use so little of it. It is so nice. Okay, next I have some foundations, and the first one is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting. And I loved this when I've always loved this. I don't know how it got set to the side, except I'm always testing other stuff out, and I have a lot of good foundations. But I pulled this out to see, is that too old? Do I want to clean that out? I never pick it up. I used it twice before I ran out of it and loved it so much I repurchased it and fell back in love with it. This is a nice, I'm going to call it a full cover. It's in a nice glass bottle. This is $29.50 and it has a doe foot. I will tell you, the colors with Clinique are hard for me. They all, no matter how light they are, they seem to oxidize, kind of peachy, it darken. So I always go up quite a bit. And this one is in CN02 Breeze. This has a velvety cover, a full cover, and I would not recommend building this up because it doesn't, for one, it doesn't really need it. And secondly, it tends to get kind of cakey if I build it. So I'm real careful with it. I just get that doe foot and, you know, a couple of swipes on both cheeks and then spread it all over my face. But I am real careful not to build this up too much because it is very rich, has a very nice cover, and it is beautiful. Just gives you a flawless, filtered look. And now I'll follow that up with another Clinique foundation, and that's the Even Better Glow. This one was totally forgotten about, and I was actually going to clean it out because I hadn't used it. And then my cousin Rebecca called me and said, you remember that even better glow you were telling me about? You were right. It's fantastic. And I was like, okay, where is that? This has a medium cover just right in the middle, and it is very buildable. You can build this up with a couple of layers and make it a pretty full cover. And it is a nice, not overly luminous, just a nice lit from within glow. Nothing out of control. You can powder it and set it down. And as you can see, it's not overly glowy, but it's just a nice, pretty skin finish, kind of radiant. And it is beautiful. You can build it up, and I love this. Okay, next, an eyeliner. I just repurchased, and I don't remember why. I might have seen this on Trish Oliver's channel. The Physicians Formula Thin Line Liner. And I remembered liking this in the past, and I thought, why did I not replace it? Because I got attracted by shiny new things and never replaced it. This is nice and thin. I believe this has a lash serum in it, which I'll take it. I'll take anything with a lash serum. Nice and thin. Just the right amount of stiffness on that point. And I used it today and just get a nice thin line, and I'm so happy to have this back. This should be a normal staple I keep all the time. This is easy to find. It is great every time I use it. A nice thin line, perfect for every day, and I love it. It just makes your own lashes look thicker, like you've got a thick, like you've got a nice healthy band of lashes down at the root. It is lovely. All right, and I'm going to stop right there because I don't want to make this video too long, and I'm going to do a part 2. Or it'll actually be a part 3. My Forgotten Favorites 3. And so I'm going to come back and finish this later. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Definitely down below, let me know some things that you are loving right now, because I always want to pick those up and love them with you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.